monetize through it. So, like, it is what it is. All right. So there we go. That's that. I'm gonna move that over there so that I can get back over here with you guys. All right. Hey, Dev, what's up, buddy? I'm doing good, Pager. How are you? I'm doing well, Dev. It's nice to see you. Hey, Soulman, what's up, buddy? It's nice to see you in here. But yeah. So we are live now. I do a little spiel at the beginning of it. That way, anybody's tuning in, just so you know, this is Guild Hall. This is an event based on Writers Guild at CJN Friends. This is our Discord server. We all come in here, we hang out, we learn some cool shit, we have some fun creating content, we do contests, we do giveaways. We try to have a good time with everything here. And I'm very harsh when it comes to like the critique around like the format of your threads. And I do that on purpose, right? Because without pressure, we can't form diamonds, right? Without pressure, diamonds don't form. That's the way that they form naturally, right? So without pressure, you're not going to pursue excellence. You're not going to become the best version of yourself that you can become, right? So that's what we do here, and usually um, that's highlighted big time by our post roast on Wednesdays. Usually, this week we're not doing a post roast on Wednesday because we have the Orbitt week, so it's going to be a big event. There's a lot of money being given away, a lot of prizes, and big chances to participate and get yourself noticed by the Orbitt team. You got a chance to do the thread contest, which is going to be allowing you to get noticed by the Orbitt team and by CJ and friends. Yeah, so make sure that you're coming in, hanging out, come be a friend. www.discord.gg/CJ and friends. We're here most every day of the work week. Monday through Friday. This week, Tuesday, we're taking a break because we do have a lot of things going on. I have extra Zealy stuff to take care of because of the AMA questions. I got some setup stuff to do, so I just want to make no post roast today, Dev. Today we're exploring Orbitt. I might do a little post roast tomorrow for you guys if you want, and we can go over the def and space. I got to go over the submissions with Maddox first because I want to make sure that Maddox has a chance to review and get his top picks. We didn't have nearly as many submissions as I was hoping for, but I get it. Some people don't like creating graphics. If you don't like creating graphics, find a graphics designer because realistically, you need solid graphics when you're creating content. I mean, you can only use GIFs and pre-made or ChatGPT graphics so often before they get boring and people are not interested in them. Like I don't nearly like if I go to Canva, right? And now this is just a cheap derpy tool that you can use, right? But I would definitely prefer some of these, right, over like even my logo and branding and everything. Hey Evelyn, nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Good. Um, I would definitely prefer some of these over ChatGPT, right? We go to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, I need an image for a X post focused on growth and gaming," right? The post that you're going to get is not going to be nearly as good as something that you could potentially design here, bare bones with elements that they have in there, right? Generate the image. This is just an example, real quick. So these are just things that you should be doing. You should be adding graphics. You should be adding video content. Video content is the best, right? If you can get a couple good clips of information from like whatever project you're doing, right? If you can get a couple of good like tutorials or like little informationals like 15-second informationals. Hey guys, this is Orbitt. We're launching Orbitt 2.0, our volume boosting invisible sniping bot that's going to be able to be interactable all from Telegram. You don't have to worry about jumping here, jumping there. All you have to do is do the slash start and start interacting, start building your own token, start volume boosting your token, start sniping your supply invisibly and making sure that you're making profit while you're building something out. You find some good clips like that that are really hype, good energy. They really like catch the interest of the user. They got some cool graphics or something going on in the background or something. Like these are things that will interest people. These are things that will keep people's attention on your post for at least another 5 or 10 seconds, right? And what does that do? That increases your algorithm ranking. That increases what you're able to, the reach of your posts. And when it comes to the content creator game, it's all about the reach of your posts, right? It's all about how many people. You see what I mean? Like this compared to like a simple game night graphic like this, or like something like this, right? Like this differentiates how genuinely interested people are going to be in your content. This Going to the details of the writing stuff. I know you're best at it. Where do you think is the best place for the tech details of projects we create content with, like the boring stuff, the numbers? How do you start writing for a project, by the way? Do you have a concept in mind first on what kind of thread you're gonna post? Semi-formal, for example. Well, that's all tone and fit, right? I said without pressure, we can't become a better version of ourselves. Damn, personally, I don't work well. You know what though, Anambra? You gotta get used to working under pressure. There's always gonna be some sort of pressure from life. Hey, UA82, what's up, Umar? Nice to see you, buddy. Welcome in, Jay. Um, so Harley asked a good question, right? Where do you think is the best place for the tech details of projects we create content with? The boring stuff. I know you hate the boring stuff, Harley. You have trouble with that. I know I do too sometimes. The boring stuff is what people really need to hear and see. And the problem is making that fun and entertaining, right? Like bringing it to them, and that's kind of a content creator, influencer, KOL's job, right? Your job is to create in a format that's interesting for your viewer while still providing the best information that you can on whatever project you're promoting, right? So, infographics are one of my big things. I love infographics, right? I love create something around the tokenomics that looks cool and interesting, right? That'll suck somebody in. And people will notice the graphics and people will connect with the graphics and then they will absorb the information in the graphics. Infographics are amazing and something very highly underutilized and poorly utilized in a lot of cases too. So that's another something like if you don't know what to do with it, right? Let's ChatGPT is your friend, right? It's a tool like any other tool. AI is a tool, right? What I need to learn how to create a good infographic containing tokenomics information and still being attractive and digestible to the average user. I need to share this information in a meaningful and absorbable, I can't spell, absorb, da, way with my audience on X so they digest this information without scrolling past or TikTok braining. Right? Let's see what ChatGPT says. While that's working, I'll hop back in over here. But yeah. Hey, Oma. Hey, Makanaki. It's nice to see you guys. I, I've been prompting so long, I just casually prompt, and then if things start to get wonky, I reprompt and revise. Hey, Style, welcome in, buddy. Nice to see a new face. Um, we've got a lot of new faces today, and I appreciate that. I see some returnings. I see Cryptomania. I haven't seen you too many times, but yeah, I see we got plenty of returning faces. A lot of you guys are regulars. A lot of you guys don't usually come in until a little bit later though. For some reason it seems like 3 p.m. UTC to like 4 p.m. UTC is like the hot spot. That's when everybody starts to roll in, you know? And I'm thinking about switching the times just a little bit later so I can capitalize on that. I know some of you like it to be earlier. I try to oh, did it not go? Okay. This is an issue that I've been having lately with ChatGPT. It just sometimes it just doesn't want to work. But I spent friggin' 7 hours vibe coding yesterday, right? And it it worked really well until it didn't, and then I ended up having to switch over to Claude, and then Claude fixed all my issues in like one prompt. I was so amazed. So I think I'm gonna start using Claude more for coding. I got a bling from somewhere. Thank you for the bling. I don't know where the bling came from, but if you're watching me live on any of my platforms, most of the time I engage with the Discord better. www.discord.gg/CJN friends. Come be a friend. Come hang out on the stage. I notice you easier. I talk to you better. This is an event mostly for the community, and I do this as a way to allow people with poorer internet connections to jump in on say X or whatever, and then of course, if anybody else sees and decides they want to join in, we love having more friends. So there we go. Hook and identity, right? How Noob works, or tokenomics in 60 seconds. Add a subheader, right? Show the token icon, logo, or project identity. Branding is key. Core mechanics, middle section, main section, pie chart, a circular bar, utility, distribution, emissions or unlocks, call to action. Would you hold this? Ready to play to earn with Noob? And this is taking on some information from when I was CM at another project. So it's actually using a real life case scenario based on prior prompts that I had used with ChatGPT for a prior position. Design principles, like it'll give you design principles. It'll help you identify what are good aspects of an image to use when it comes to tokenomics and use white space to avoid clutter. It's got like really good information, and like I said, it's a tool. Use the tool. I use Canva for everything because Canva's free. A lot of the features are locked behind pro features, but this gives you a really good starting ground, right? Figma is also free for a lot of their stuff, but it's a little more complicated. A lot of that is used for like design elements for websites and stuff. So realistically, you can use Canva or you can use Figma, go hard mode, right? And then you start utilizing that towards like designing web pages and stuff like that for people too. Like there's opportunities to like cross pollinate with those skills. Like, well, I can make some money doing content creation, or I can make some money doing web design or something like that, graphics design or something for websites. So that's something else to think about. Um, let's see what this is sending me. I think it's sending me to a. Let's see if it even sends me anywhere. ChatGPT has been on crack lately. Like, I don't know. But you said, how do you start writing for a project? By the way, do you have a concept in mind first on what kind of thread you're going to post? Semi-formal, for example. That question, anybody that's been participating in any of the Writing Guild events, right? How do you decide on tone and fit for a project or for a thread for a project? Anybody. Who can give me an idea like how you decide on tone and fit? Because you guys have been doing this for months now. Hey, Skull, what's up, buddy? Hi, good day, bye. Guy just came in to say hi and left. That's all right. It's okay. Not all of our friends can hang out all the time. Hey, Salmon, so nice to have you. What's up, Access? It's nice to have all the friends in here. All right. Yeah, UA82. It's Skull, bro. Like, I don't know. He just wanted to come in and say hi. But yeah, how do you decide tone and fit for a thread for a project that you're going to be creating content on? What's there's a few ways to do it, right? But how do you guys usually decide based on the thread quests that we've had, for instance? I see a couple people in here who can answer that. Mayor. Um I see Shoddy. Shoddy, you've been here for a while, bro. You've participated a little bit. Oma, Axel. I'm calling y'all out. You guys have been here and you guys have participated in plenty of thread events. What do you guys think is the best way to decide tone and fit? How do you do it? There's one surefire way to decide, right? And we're kind of I kind of go over that with every project that I highlight just to get an idea of what they expect, right? Or whatever project I may work with, for promotion or content or whatever. There's one specific document, And we've gone over these documents before, right? One specific document around how to decide tone and fit. With Solment, that's right. The white paper could be one source of it. Usually the white paper is more technical though, so not always the best source of tone fit. Um, there's one specific document that projects create, and usually as a creator, you get access to it. So we're talking about threads. Harley asked a question here. I'm going to post that. Um, this one. So the second part of it is, how do you start writing for a project? Do you have a concept in mind first on what kind of thread you're going to post? Semi-formal, for example. How do you decide on what the tone fit is for a specific project when you're writing or creating? In your case, how do you decide on tone fit for the graphics you might create or the video that you might create? It's okay, UA82. It's a learning experience for you guys. And I don't expect you guys to know. Some of you guys, I kind of expect you guys to like have an idea because we've kind of gone over it. There's one specific document that we've gone over plenty of times, and I went over it last week as well. And usually this includes that kind of information. But there's two specific documents. One that's more common and more accessible to the public, and one that's usually in. Yep. Okay. That's fine, Solman. So the two documents are. I'll give Shadi a second answer too. I want to see if he knows what they are. There's two specific documents. One's more common publicly, and one is more common for creator or ambassador programs. No, Shadi? All right, that's fine. So I'll just go into it. The one that's more common that you usually have access to, and I use this project as an example for that all the time, right? Impact, right? When you go to impact.com, as a creator, right? You're absorbing the information on the project. You're getting an idea of the wording, right? You're getting an idea of like the brand and how they present themselves, right? But there's always one document that you can go to, right? The brand guideline. And actually, they call it the brand guideline here, which is even better, right? So, logo, right? Positioning, rotation, right? Please don'ts, don't do's, icons, right? Avatars, brand colors, secondary colors, neutral colors, typography, usage, right? Um, glass morphism, that like their preferred style of imagery, right? Photography. But in a lot of cases, a lot of what these will have is something called tone and fit. Like it's actually a specific section that these projects will have. Most projects, if you go to them, like let's see what's a project that you guys want to see if maybe they have smaller projects typically don't have good media kits or good brand guidelines, but media kits and brand guidelines are the way to go because they will give you access to the information that you need as a creator to create based on their guidelines, right? Exactly, the media kit. Think Agents AI. All right, I'll check that one out, Solman. Hold on, let's see. All right. Hey, thank you, Blue Mojo. Leroy Jenkins. I appreciate the super chat, brother. How's it going? All right. So we're going to go to thinkagents.ai, right? And usually on the bottom, they'll have a docs, right? And in docs, they have tools and MCP, think share, think agent standard. Okay, so these guys don't seem to have a media kit. But from the document, you have logos, imagery, right? You have the roadmap, which contains more imagery, right? Um, sometimes you don't like, but from the documentation itself, you can see that it's a more formal, more rigid kind of project. It's more of a technological project. It's more of a project that is brainy and techy and not so like loose and jokey and fun, right? So you might take more of a formal approach when creating content for this. Yeah, they don't actually have a sorted media kit. Now, it's okay to not have that. A lot of them don't, right? But what you can always do, right, is even if they don't have a sorted media kit, you go to the website, right? And you go to Team FAC. FAC can have it sometimes too, but you go to contact, right? Where can I buy? Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Join the movement, investors, partners, partners. Partners is just going to list the partners. So, yeah. So, a lot of projects, especially contact, doesn't have any contact information. X. Okay. You can go to X, right? You follow, right? And then you shoot them a message. Hey, think I'm a content creator and interested in seeing if you guys have a media kit. I would like to use approved branding and guidelines when creating anything around your project. Thanks in advance, right? And worst case scenario, they either send it to you or not. If they don't send it to you, clip whatever you can from their stuff. Don't edit it. Don't twist it. Don't make sure that you're trying to adhere to how things are positioned and posted on their page as best as possible. Right? I probably won't. I honestly I might not even pursue it. If I do get a response back, I'll contact you about it because I'll just send you a DM on X or something. You know what I'm saying? It'll be weird because I don't usually do content deals. Like a lot of my work focuses here on you guys and helping you guys learn and grow. Like I haven't bothered trying to get content deals. A lot of the times I'm not the kind of person that goes for content deals because I like to speak my mind the way I like to speak my mind. And with content deals, it's harder to do that. And if I give clear, open criticism, sometimes they don't like that. So I might post about them, but I'm not going to post about them as like a content creator deal. Because personally, I would rather say, hey, look, guys, honestly, I like the idea, but I don't see much substance behind it yet. I don't know how this is going to work or function, or like I like to be real about it because if you can't take criticism, you shouldn't be in a public sector. You shouldn't be somebody that's launching a project. You should be able to take criticism, especially when it's constructive, and be able to adjust or pivot or improve your position to make it better for somebody that's criticizing. Right, and that's how I feel as a content creator too. Like I get criticized all the time because like I'm not consistent. One of my biggest faults. I'm not consistent. The only thing I'm consistent with is my time here with Guildhall. And a lot of people think, oh, well, that's your community management job. But this is my job. You know what I'm saying? This is my focus. This is where I am and what I'm focused on. And Guildhall is my baby. And you guys are my little army of content creators that are being molded into amazing shapes, right? So I'm looking forward to that more than I'm looking forward to landing a deal with Gamified or something like that. Even though if Gamified approached me, I'd be like, fuck yeah, Sam is a goat. Peyton is amazing for Wolvesdale. Like I did some of my favorite people in the space. So but yeah, like I don't do it as much because I have a steady full time job that takes up 90% of my time. I'm also a co founder on another project. I do a lot of things besides. So, like, I don't really have the time to take on becoming a full time content creator, even though I want to be one, which is the crazy thing because that's what I've done for the last, like, 4 years. It's very time consuming, right? It's a lot of work. If you guys don't have the time or the effort to put into the work, you're not gonna make it. NGMI, motherfuckers. That's it. NGMI. because you have to have the dedication, the consistency, and the desire to put the effort in to try to establish this. Starting off, it's going to be discouraging. Starting off, it's going to suck. You're going to hate it because you're not getting the views that you want, right? You're not getting the responses that you want. You're not getting the impressions that you want. You're not building up fast enough. Nothing's happening. What's going on? I'm doing everything I can, right? But then eventually it clicks. Eventually, the stuff that you start to produce and the stuff that you start to do starts to gain traction. And we've seen that with a lot of the members of Guildhall here. A lot of our guild interns started off just posting random shit. You remember when you guys first started? You remember when you were just sending word spaghetti down the text line for a thread? You weren't spacing things out. You guys weren't breaking things up with images and emojis and stuff like that, and everything was just one big jumble of word pasta, you know? And you guys have grown and learned over time how to make things more attractive and make things more easily digestible. And you guys have gone from getting like 30 or 40 friggin' impressions to hundreds of impressions. Some of you have gotten into the 1,000 impression mark. I've been tracking this shit, guys. I track all the metrics and all the KPI for all the threads and graphics and everything that you guys produce. Not just because it justifies my job, but because it helps me see how you guys are doing. I don't judge based on metrics. And it's something that probably irks my bosses a little. I don't judge based on metrics, right? I don't judge whether or not you're going to win the thread contest based on 1,000 views or 50 views. I based it on how you structure. You can't decide, buddy. What, buddy? What the hell happened to my stream? All right, I'm still here. Like you guys can still see me. I don't know what the fuck happened, but my Xenon just went out. I don't know why, but my Xenon is bugging out. Okay, so apparently Xenon just disconnected me for no reason. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, whatever. But say GM if you're a legend. See, the reply guy, the creator, I have actually a post in here. I have a couple of posts in here, and if you get the guild, yeah, you have it, Soulmint. But if you go into this Traders Lounge Quest support, right? Let me switch this to list. Let me close this. All right. So I have a couple of posts in here, right? One on article writing, which X took away article writing for anybody that isn't the premium fucking one, which is ridiculous because it's super expensive, and I don't recommend anybody buying that unless you're monetizing off of getting that one just for articles is dumb in my opinion. Honestly, with how much they're pushing to the max subscription, I'm ready to just say fuck X Premium. I'm tired of them milking us for as much money as they can get. I got the premium for a year so that I can make sure that I have my X for a year or whatever, so I can continue with content creation and stuff like that. But they're getting really extractive. You think Web3 is extractive? No, X is extractive. This guy is milking us for as much as he can get, and he still don't fix the shit that he's supposed to fix. But anyway, right? So I have content creators toolbox information in here, right? And it gives you an idea of the different tools that you have to use as a content creator on X, right? So you've got things like strategic replies, thoughtful responses to niche posts, build visibility, aim for 5 to 10 a day. Not reply guy if you're showing expertise, right? Threads, teach or tell stories. Hook, strong format, format clean, call to action at the end. 1 to 2 per week boosts authority and reach. Visual posts, memes, tips, carousels, scroll stoppers, something to catch the attention of your audience, right? Polls. really easy to get engagement. All it takes is a simple click, right? And you can tell me how you feel about XYZ in the space, right? Hashtags. I don't like hashtags. This is the one thing that I completely disagree on. I feel like hashtags are useless nowadays. Now, if you get on a really good hashtag like WAGME or or inevitable, like let's say Sam Stefanino started hashtag inevitable, right? And that was trending everywhere. And you jumped on the inevitable train to get that hashtag. I would use just that one hashtag. I wouldn't use a dozen hashtags. I would use the one hashtag once in my primary post where I have my hook, right? And then that amplifies my message to all of the people that are fucking around with the hashtag inevitable stuff, right? And the hook catches them and pulls them through my thread, right? Now that's something I would do. But for the most part, most people just use very general, generic hashtags, and it's useless. And a lot of hashtags are generated by AI. So it's even more useless because people avoid AI posts like the plague. If it looks even remotely AI generated, people avoid it because they feel it's disingenuous. Doesn't mean the content's any better or any worse than people who actually sat there for a half an hour crafting out a thread, right? It just means that people are disconnected from it. That's the stigma around AI generated content, which is very similar to like the stigma in Web3 around gaming content, right? Game creators, studios, stuff like that have a really bad stigma in the Web2 audience because they think NFTs, tokens, oh, it's a scam. And realistically, in a lot of cases, it is, right? In a lot of cases, there are a lot of people who get fucked because they participated in a project that rugs 6 months or a year down the line, right? So it's not exactly uh, wrong. It's just that we have a stigma, and the good games suffer because of that. The good projects suffer because of that. The good AI posts that you use meticulous crafting and prompting for suffer because of that, right? So anytime you see like a long M dash or anything like that, people automatically feel that it's disingenuous. People automatically feel that it's just clickbait content that was AI generated to keep producing content for your shit, and it feels low effort. It feels like it's just not something that people want to fuck around with. You know, I see plenty of AI posts that people don't even realize are AI posts though. So like, it's funny to me too, right? Analytics, scheduling, videos, right? 15, 30 seconds clip, CapCut, subtitles. CapCut is free. Use the free features, right? The subtitles may not be free. So find a free tool that does subtitles. Create your video, then do the subtitles. You can separate the audio clip on CapCut without having to pay, if I'm not mistaken. So use that. Separate the audio file. Upload the audio file into a subtitle generator. Match the subtitles up to your video by adding it in as a separate overlay over your video. And there you go. You've got subtitles. Is it a lot of time and effort? Yes. But does that improve your content even more? Oh yeah. Do you know why? Because if you have subtitles, somebody with an accent is easier to understand. If you have subtitles, somebody who is not English as a primary language can understand you better reading if they can't understand you from the audio, right? So there's a lot of options there, right? Collaborations, cross pollinate with other creators, working together, starting co creation groups. You see this a lot in Web3. You see this a lot in crypto. You see this a lot in social media. Tools gives you different tools scheduling, topic research, hooks, ideation, CapCut for videos, Canva for graphics, and then pro tips. Batch content weekly. Like these are all things that I have here for you guys so that you guys can learn how to create better. Emoji creation tools. This was something that we went over early on, back when I first started here. This is from back in February. Article writing. This was from one of our first article contests in March. There's a lot of opportunity for you guys to get value out of this stuff here. And I was about to say, about to Leroy Jenkins it, hashtags worked in the old times. Yes, hashtags were good before analytics were really valuable. Like, were really well done in crypto Twitter and most platforms. Most platforms didn't give you analytics. Especially social media platforms. Who the fuck gives a fuck? Who cares about analytics on a social media platform? Content creators, right? Like, Exactly. You can search what's trending just based on the words that you use. You don't have to you don't have to have a hashtag to get content filtered into you, right? See now something like blockchain is very general and very generic. That can help. Um, if you're looking for something like very like meme coin, if you're doing a post about meme coins, meme coin may be a good one. If you're doing a post about like a new blockchain or a generic blockchain or something like that, blockchain can be beneficial. It's got 186K. That's a lot of amplification, but I wouldn't use a lot of them by any means. I wouldn't use a lot of them because the more you do, the more spammy it gets, and then the more likely it is, um, the more likely it is that people are going to like oh well the more likely it is that the algorithm is going to flag you as a spam post, right? Anything more than like two or three, you're going to start trending into spam. Just like when you add a lot of people, it starts to trend into spam. Don't add a lot of people because it's going to make your content look spammy and like scammy and shit. So yeah, there's that. No, you're not obstructing the session at all. If you look under Writers Guild or Guild Showcase, you can actually create your own portfolio there, and you can share your X links. And then we also have share and follow, where we can try to help each other as friends amplify our messaging, right? So what we do is we post an X post in there and we ask people to share and follow. There's no benefit to it. There's no rewards except that you guys help each other and amplify each other's messages. And that's how you all grow together as creators. Not everything that you get is going to be a paid content, right? And that's the thing. I've been creating content for a year or two, right? On gaming, on crypto, on blockchain, on degen plays and shit like that. And I've made money on maybe one or two posts, maybe one or two streams, in the period of 2 years. I have what's called the gift of gab. I speak well. I may not speak well all the time. I may not be the most proper speaker in the world. I may not I see like you know what I mean, all the things that you shouldn't be saying as somebody who's speaking. I'm very casual and people tend to connect with me. So a lot of my gigs end up being event gigs. A lot of my gigs end up being community gigs because I'm customer service focused. Even though I'm hard on you guys and will tell you guys get GTFO sometimes, like with some of the things, I'm still very customer focused. I want to make sure that if you guys get rewards, if you guys deserve what you're asking for, then I produce. I make sure that you guys get something for attending and shit like that. Like if there's prizes to be won, but they say, oh well, we didn't have the attendance that we wanted. Guess what? You offered the prizes. You better give it, or otherwise, I'm gonna become a problem for you. Like it's the one thing that I'm very focused on as a community person is making sure that the community. I'm a advocate for the community first and foremost, right? And even though I advocate for the company as well, if a lot of times the community needs the advocation more, so that's kind of how I play my role in the space, right? Like I'm that community guy that will go to bat for you as one of my community members because you deserve somebody to represent you because a lot of companies don't really give a shit, right? And it sucks because that's just how the space is. Whereas like I hope to be able to provide a beneficial and positive experience for everybody that comes through our doors, right? But yeah, so today, part of it, we've already been here for about an hour. Part of today is an Orbit review because this is the project of the week. All right. I want to pull up. Yeah, you can. We'll answer your questions real quick, and then yep, no problem. And then we'll hop into the Orbit week stuff. We'll start exploring. Can you point out mistakes or where I can improve, sir? I need feedback. If it's looking visually good or not. Will not get a person with so much experience like you to ask this. Will help a lot. Yeah, I we'll do this one live real quick. Actually, search with Google. Control X, Control V, enter. Hey, Leo Tom, what's up, brother? It's nice to see you. I've got the question here. I've got the post. Let's oh yeah, good. Okay, it was on the right one. So we're gonna go through this real quick. Um, double them. So I'm gonna go through it. Hold on. Why do I not follow you? I thought we were following each other, Solomon. You can follow me back if you want. But let's. I'm gonna go through this. You guys ready for a quick post roast? We're gonna show Soul the post roast way in CJN Friends real quick. Oh, this is it's an overlay that shows your reputation in the space based on an ethos score. It's a you should everybody should be able to download the extension. I don't think it's limited specifically to welcome in guys. I see some of the new faces coming in. I see some of the old faces coming in. Welcome in. Nice to see you guys. So we're gonna do a post roast on your post real quick, Solman. It means that you're actually like in a questionable state. Most people start off around 1,200. If you're a newer account or you don't have as many followers, then that's one of the things that they go by. It doesn't mean that you're bad. If you're not red, you're good. Okay, so don't worry about that. All right. So you guys ready for the post roast for Soul Mint? We're gonna welcome our friend in CJN style real quick. He had a quick question about this. My look isn't new. It's just my hair isn't done up and stuff like that. Like I ran out real quick to the store in the morning and I had to run back real quick and yeah. But so what's one of the first things I'm gonna say about this, guys? You guys know, especially a few of you guys. A few of you guys are really familiar with this one. For one, yes, it looks GPT'd. That's one of them. This, the what? This here, the image. Yeah, the image is fine. It's the emojis right here. So, a couple of things that I do, I don't like using unless it's like a draft or a copy that I get from the company to post. I don't put emojis in the beginning because what it does is if you look at how this is aligned, right? Yeah, well, you use two emojis and it looks like it's GPT generated because of the two emojis, right? Now, the reason why I say that is because usually when you use two emojis, there was one emoji that ChatGPT generated, and it didn't print out right per X emojis and what's allowed, but sometimes it'll split that one into two because there's two related emojis that work together to make that emoji, right? So a lot of times dual emojis symbol like show a sign of GPT, right? The long dash. That's not your typical hyphen. That's a long dash or an M dash. That's typically used with GPT, right? These symbols, although they're cool as fuck, I love them. A lot of people see them as GPT. So what you do is instead of using these, right? Come in here, go to emojis, arrows, right? Use these. There's a back and forth arrow. There's an up and down arrow. There's an up arrow. There's a left arrow. There's a fucking squirrely arrow. There's a bunch of different arrows. Use the emojis themselves, right? Not only does that add some visual flair to your post, right? It also allows you to avoid looking GPT generated. It takes a little bit more time and a little bit more finesse to do, but when if you're bulk creating content and you're scheduling it for later on, you spend 6 or 7 hours on a Sunday and you create a week's worth of general posts, threads, stuff like that. You can create all these posts. You can take this, right? So like something like this, I would have taken like this. I would have left it like this, right? I would have gotten rid of that, right? I would have actually gotten rid of the think agent protocol, right? In the beginning. try to do this as quick as I can. All right, so Think Agent Protocol in the beginning. I didn't research the project, so I don't know, right? GPT's been on chain, ownable, tradable, evolvable. Let's see. GPT's LLMs, LCMs. You considered. That's what. Smart contracts meet. So something like this, right? So like that first post, I would have switched it up, right? GPTs, LLMs, LCMs, what is all of this noise? Everyone's using AI these days, but have you considered owning an AI? That's what Think Agent Protocol is bringing to blockchain. Own, trade, evolve, and evolve your GPTs on chain. Smart contracts meet intelligent infrastructure. Learn more. Down arrow, right? I didn't even have to use emojis for that one, but you can, right? What you do is you use the most relatable emojis for the sentences. You make sure that you space them out in a way that, um, hey girly, you make sure that you space them out in a way that's digestible, right? And then you make sure that you're including your things here, right? You can definitely include the tag in the first one, right? I, so I might instead of learn more about at Think Agent, right? There you go. Everything is recorded, James. You should know, brother. You should know. I've got everything recorded. It's gonna be on the YouTube. You ain't gotta worry. All right. I got these. I got you guys. Um, so, like it you the first post. It's not me. Oh, oh, but so what I did was I created something that would try to hook somebody, right? So I threw a lot of complex concepts at them because GPT, LLMs, LCMs, what is all this noise? And they relate to that. They connect to it, right? Because the first sentence of that is, hey, what the fuck is this? And then I say, hey, what the fuck is this, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's right. What the fuck is this? And then you go into and then you throw something else at them. And Here you go. Everyone's using AI these days, but have you considered owning an AI? Now, that's kind of abstracting very far away from the initial point that you started at, but it's just an example. I'm not giving you like a post to post. I'm giving you an example of how you can catch and hook the attention and kind of guide people into what you're working on, right? So, this isn't bad, but it feels GPT. I like how you used bolding. I love these designs. I love these arrows, but they feel GPT created. Double emojis, I always feel are bad. Starting off with this kind of makes it feel like you're starting an article. Like, here's my headline, guys. Think Agent Protocol. This is some alpha. You want to give them something that's going to connect them and attach them to the idea of what you're presenting to them immediately. Because if you don't hook them, your first post is a hook post, a general hook post that generates interest in what you're about to say. And then your thread provides context behind that, and then your final post provides a call to action for people to either check out Think Agents or follow you for more information as you go, or both, right? And oh yeah, oh yeah, Solman, this, this is bad. I don't like these. Um, this feels very AI generated, and I'm not going to criticize you if you did it. If you did use AI, a lot of people use AI, right? It's something that is very common in the space, right? I personally don't like when I see AI triggers. Like anything that triggers something as AI to me, the one slash or the one dot, these are common triggers for me that tell me that like it's AI generated. This stuff, common triggers for me. These bullets, when I do bullets, I typically use the diamond, right? Or I use the square, like the little squares. These can work very well as bullets. Circles, if you use like the smaller circles or certain circles, these can work very well as bullets. The bigger circles are a little awkward, but the smaller ones, there's small circles that you can use too, and those function very well, right? Now, Agent Coin, like I see this and it makes me just want to like not look at it. Yeah, as much as I hate to criticize you that harshly for it, this is what I'm here for, right? Like it makes me feel like, oh well, this guy just tossed me some AI pasta here, and like it may be, and this connects exactly. You have all of this information in here, but it's up here. So you AI generated the information, right? And then you said, hey, I need an image to go with this. And now that's a good mentality, right? You want an image to go with everything that you post, right? But you want it to relate to the post, right? So what I would have done is if I was creating this, right? And I'll teach you a little trick for AI real quick, right? Where the fuck is my GPT, right? So I need a thread or a post for a thread based on this information in my typical thread writing style. I have mine like hard um hard prompted. um right? I'll just do it like that and you'll see the difference in how it comes out. It knows that I like these better, right? It also knows that I typically like to avoid these. I like. I've been abusive to GPT lately. GPT does not like me. Um, Me and GPT had a huge fight last night over. See, this is kind of what I like. I like sentence structure like this because it makes me feel like you're talking to me, right? This isn't bad, right? What exactly is Think Agent? It's not a bot, it's not a wallet, it's something in between. A Think Agent is a new kind of entity, one that has a soul, a mind, a body, a coin, and eventually memory. This is just yeah, I'm over GPT, bro. Chat GPT really pissed me off yesterday. Um, I was creating a bot for like 6 hours, and it gave me such a hard time. And then Claude just like saved the day. So I think I'm gonna start using Claude more for coding. I might actually switch to it completely for my purposes in the next few months. Because GPT is just not as effective for me. But you want a conversational tone as much as possible, right? Um, a, a lot of what this is you're like listing off um like features of it, and sometimes that's good for bullets. I'm not kicking you, bro. I'm kick starting you. All right? It's not a kick, it's a kick start, okay? Like the harsher I am on you, the more I criticize you, the more points I give you to fix and to focus on, right? It, it's going to be a lot to absorb and a lot to learn, but it also gives you a lot of opportunity to progress and to build, right? So, but yeah, if you have all this information in here, create a post about something around this, right? But don't put the same information that's in the image, right? Yeah, I try to be as abstract and unique as possible in the ways that I work on like providing the information and data to you guys so that you guys can absorb it in the best ways and utilize it in the best ways. Um, Agent Coin, Peg to Think, used for services. Bullets are great, but like you see how you have two, three, and four here, right? It generated these for you to post as separate posts, and you just stuck them all in one. And that tells me that you used AI to generate it, but you didn't follow the posting structure that AI gave you. So it feels low effort, right? So me personally, when I see this, I'm off. I'm immediately off of this post. If I saw this in one of our thread contests, how can I manage gaps there? Like if you wanted to make all these individual posts, GIFs, images, videos. Jose did it. Yeah, all right. But yeah, how can I manage gaps there? Okay, so basically, when you're creating something like this, right? Anytime I do a thread, if I'm not doing a long form thread, or if I'm not doing a long form post, right? And I'm doing threads, each one of these is going to have an image to it. It's going to have, even if each one doesn't have an image, I'm going to follow a pattern. I'm going to go image, no image, image, no image, right? That way it limits and follows a pattern. Patterns are huge for people psychologically, right? If you follow a pattern, typically the brain relates to it and it makes it easier to absorb, right? When you break a pattern, like when you break sentence structure here, and you have weird spaces and stuff like that, like let's say this started here, but this was spaced one or two forward. It breaks the pattern and it messes with people's heads subconsciously, maybe not consciously, but subconsciously they're like something's wrong here, and it bothers them because it breaks the pattern, right? People are very pattern focused. So that's another thing to think about as you're creating content. You can start with no image, or you can start with a GIF. Image, GIF, image. You can find GIFs that relate to anything that you're doing. So this is something important to focus on as you go. But realistically, um, I would just avoid. I would rewrite this. I would rewrite this, right? Because you posted this 20 hours ago, right? I would rewrite this and I would create a second thread based on the information that you have here in a more in a well formatted way, right? Don't use GPT. Make sure that you have a ferocity. Make sure that like your spacing is good. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be making the announcement whenever we're doing the drawing or whatever, so you don't have to worry. Um, your spacing isn't bad. A little too much on the bullet points rather than conversational. You want conversational sentences and structures. You don't want everything to be a bullet point. So like agent coin, each agent mints its own ERC20, right? Um, Peg to think. So each agent mints its own ERC20 token that is pegged to the think token. It's used for our services. It's used for It's the basis for trust, staking, and value accrual within the Think Agent platform, right? And now it's conversational, right? Now you can actually take this. Well, you know what I would do? I would take all of these, right? um and be like, we're gonna check because this is number two, right? So actually this is number three technically. All right. So Nah, that's actually not bad. You could space them out like that. You kind of don't want to have too short of a post as each individual thread because then it makes that a little more difficult to like populate with good imagery and stuff like that. So, but like Agent Coin, you could have done like a post that featured Agent Coins, the staking, and the founders rewards pool all in one, or you could split the two into it and then this one into its own, and kind of like made one good meaty post with conversational tones and like you being conversational isn't a tone or a fit. It's a way to engage with the readers. Um, so that's just something to consider as you go. No. No, not at all. The threads are meant to section points off. Each post in a thread should have a subject. It's sort of like an essay in school, right? Like you have your introduction, you have your body, you have your conclusion, which is usually your call to action and to check out your either follow your page or to check out the platform that you're promoting or whatever the case is, right? If you think about it, most things break down to basic English 101, right? To basic to basic formatting and structuring. Most of us learn these formats and structures as we grow up, right? Since you learn these formats and structures as you grow up, they're ingrained in us for pattern recognition and making sure that things look right and feel right as you're reading through stuff, right? So this is what helps a lot with um, users generally connecting with your posts and enjoying them. You see what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing to have individual posts that have their own meaning. I would have each individual post be focused on different aspects of the platform or different points or like your hook here, then your generalized introduction, what is think agent, and kind of just going over real quick that there's a token, there's this, there's that, like this is what interests people, this is what the whole system is. Let's dive in a little deeper. The agent coin is based on blah blah blah. It's an ERC 1155. So you can kind of like generally go over what you're going to be going over up here after you've gotten the hook and gotten people interested, and you're like laying out what you're going to be going over and the topics, instead of like going into the meat and potatoes of it right away. Or you can jump into the meat and potatoes of it and go into each individual aspect, sort of like you did here, right? But I would try to keep each post related to that specific post, and then you can relate the images that you're posting for that easier to that specific post, or the GIF related to that specific post. Like for Agent Coin, right? For Agent Coin, I can secret agent, right? You can do a GIF or something based on that, right? um Industry plants. There's so many different things, right, that you can add to like the agent coin thing. um Robot token. I like you can do like a robot image or something along those lines. You can do silly humans. Like there's so many opportunities, right, to add to the post and give it a little flair with a GIF or with an image. You don't, but it's harder to do when you have a post that includes a bunch of different topics because you can't really relate it to the meat and potatoes of the post itself. It doesn't amplify the post because there's so many different topics in that one post to amplify. But ultimately, I would rewrite that. I would rewrite it, submit it to a guild showcase post that you have, and yeah, we'll go over it again at some point. Lamborghini's dropping in Wilder World. Let's go. All right. So let's hop into Orbit because this is Orbit week. We've already done a lot of talking about um, the general topic of creation and like good posting um, practices and stuff. So I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the platform itself so that we can start learning a bit. Because we're going to have an AMA on Wednesday, of course, right? But I wanna give you guys some information today so that when you guys start writing your threads or planning your threads, you guys have that information, you know? So when you're exploring a project, we only post X posts here, right? We only post X links and we only post YouTube links, right? Because those are the two safe links. I don't want you guys getting screwed, right? Somebody posts a random link, it's funky, you go to it, you get drained. I don't want that. So we restrict link posting specifically to X and YouTube. So typically when you go to an X page, right? This is good researching practices too, right? You'll find Orbitt AI. It gives you a brief description on what Orbitt does, right? The information on it, where they're from, when they join, number of followers, your connected followers and everything. Solana Dev Tool, create tokens, add liquidity, and snipe privately. Volume boosting using snipe tokens and earn creator fees from each swap, all in one Telegram bot. So we know that it's a Solana Dev Tool, right? It's focused on tokens. It's got a liquidity and a snipe feature. It's got a volume boosting, right? Using those snipe tokens. And there's creator fees from each swap, right? And it's an all in one system based on a Telegram connection, right? And then you can actually just go through, like, the pin post is usually where we go, right? Like the first pin post, if you don't have a really good pin post on your page, you're doing yourself a disservice because that pin post helps to explain what you are about or what you are focused on or one of the major things in your day-to-day life. Hey, Stark, it's been a while, brother. It's nice to see you, man. I haven't seen you in forever. Um, Orbitt's volume boosting, and you can go through here. Of course, Soul. I'm here to help. I am a resource for you guys. Um, so you can get an idea of what the platform is, how to use it. You can go over. We're pretty good, buddy. Can everybody else hear me? Can I get some thumbs up in the chat if everybody can hear me? I'm not like just yapping to myself, right? All right. It's girly. It's girly. It's always girly. All right. So the X page for any Web3 project, you can't. They can. That's why they gave all the thumbs up. All right. So we're gonna hop back into this real quick. Poor girlie. So the X page is a really good source of information, especially about crypto Twitter projects, Web3 projects, anything in the space. Typically, X is the place to go because in 8D, um, so typically X is the place to go. Yeah, you get a lot of information just off the X page. You see how they interact. You see how they post. You see what their brand preferences are. So if you're going to become a creator, it gives you a good idea of how they like to post, right? What their shut up and take your creator rewards. Like some of it is fun, right? So this is something that you can actually play off of if you like to create like fun if you like to create fun like posts and engaging like funny dramatic posts, sometimes this can be good. I know that tends to be Virion's like preferred method, dramatic and really like catchy and hooky. They seem to have some fun some fun posting. as their brand, right? Oh, and by the way, please don't shut up. Talk to us anytime. Yes, for tokens. See, like they kind of went fun with it, but they also kind of didn't, right? What's up, Emmy? Um, so you got to be cautious with that. They might do the little funny shit every once in a while, but like if you see most of it's built around like um a professional tokenomics kind of stance or like an exploratory informational stance, then that's kind of like your tone default because you want to kind of match their tone. All right, and then from there you can get the link to their specific webpage, right? Now, I would be careful. Not all of these links are safe, right? So you may click a link and get into some funky stuff. You want to make sure that it's being followed by other people that you know. You want to make sure that it's a trusted project. My company works with these guys, so I know that I can check this page out without having to worry too much. Um, but we go to the Solana DevTool page. You've got home, pricing, docs, Orbit token, right, and blog. You can access the bot right away. I did not know that they changed this. Server 0, server 1, I don't know. But you click access bot, it brings you right to the bot, right? Right to the uh yep, Orbit all-in-one bot, right? So you type start to start, and it brings you to like your token manager, your volume booster, your social media, the different social medias that you can check them out on Twitter, Orbit MM website, Telegram, deploy snipe boost trend, token manager, volume booster. Gives you the chance to actually go through here and get an idea, create tokens and earn fees. I think it's 1.5 sold to start for the tokens, right? So that's something that you would have to consider. It's not the most expensive token creation tool out there, but it's also not the cheapest. So I mean, cheap, like free would be, going and building your own smart contracts and everything. You don't need to learn how to dev to use this tool. So this is one of the benefits of it. The 1.5, I believe, goes into your volume or your capital for the token, and then you trade based on that. And um, depending on the volume boosting and the liquidity sniping, there's usually like a flat rate fee of like I think it was 0.069 or zero point 0.1. It depends on whether your token was created on the bot, the Orbit platform itself, or off the platform. I'm trying to pull some of this from memory. But there's all sorts of stuff that you can access here. You can access your create token, LP, and snipe the tokens that you have available, wallets, trading panels showing the tradings, market making, which is their volume booster, trending panels, support, documentation, and back to products. So it gives you all of the options that you have here, right? Back to products, volume booster, add bots, so experience the unique power of the new Orbit Solana volume boosting service. Volume Booster 2.0, control your volume with full transparency, order using Sol or tokens. Dex Screener, trending support. Volume Booster uses AI-backed processes to level up visibility of your project. So the more it's traded, the more visible it is on Dex Screener and other trending platforms that shows like how much is moving in the market for a specific token. So these are all like utility tools for creating and growing a token. And this is something that I mean, realistically, that's Steve Harvey. What do you mean, Dr. Phil? Where the fuck, Steve Jobs, bro? You named every white person for like the blackest black man in the world. Like Steve Harvey is like the biggest brother in the world, and like you named every white guy that you could possibly name that does not look like him. Shoddy, what the hell, bro? Anyway, back to Orbit. You guys are a trip, man. This is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. Damn, bro. But yeah, like these are a lot of the options that you have available. It's pretty intuitive. It's all accessible right from your Telegram account, right? You create a token. I'm not going to create a full token, but everything's done through the chat. Taurus coin, right? We're gonna send it. Um, what? Taurus coin. Invalid token description is not valid. Be 10 to 500 characters long. Only contain what? Taurus token. Okay. Tari. What screenshot, Dev? I'm confused, Dev. I know. You lost me, brother. I don't know what screenshot you're talking about. Are you talking the AMA is for Wednesday, bro? That's the one you need the screenshot of. I'm confused. All right. So then you can create an image for the token. Please send it as a chat message. I don't have an image on hand really. Fuck it. Send token mint and details. Select which social media you want to link to your token. So skip because you can link to any of the big social medias that are out there. Token details and mint. Enter total supply. Let's go blah. Maximum token supply. Okay. I exceeded 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 9,999,000 9,999,999,999 is the maximum supply that you can create. So we're gonna do one, right? It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault that your phone's having a seizure. Jeez. Um, select deployer wallet, soul balance, right? And then you confirm and mint. It's that simple, right? It's that easy to create a token on the platform. And this is what the tool is meant for. It's meant for easy token creation. It's meant for you to be able to boost that token on the blockchain, on Dex Screener, on the places that people go to look at tokens. It's meant to allow you to invisibly snipe so that you don't have to worry about somebody else sniping your token supply before you get the chance to, because that's a common issue with like Pump.Fun and other platforms where when you create the token, people manage to get in early and take. Yeah, trading's about to end now. So make sure that you guys, if any of you guys are in here, you don't have to submit your posts just yet, right? All you have to do is make sure that your trades are ended now, okay? Just end the trades. That's it. I'm gonna make a quick announcement in the traders chat just to make sure that you guys are aware because some of you guys apparently um, forget to check announcement posts and times and stuff. So try to be nice to you guys. Your trades on TradingView now. The deadline to exit your trades. You will have 24 hours to upload your history and profit and loss. And if you have a lot of history, We will figure something out. Because I know Fathim has like 100 plus trades. I don't know how you made so much friggin' money, bro. You need to start trading for me. If you have a lot of history, we'll figure something out at Trading Guild or trade at here. There we go. One second, guys. People, this is CSV a premium feature. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My Discord's rugging. Am I rugging, guys? Okay. I'm just making sure. I don't want like all you guys got me self-conscious about my internet connection here. It's driving me nuts. Especially considering I had internet connection issues like for the longest time since I've moved here. It feels like it's gotten a little more stable. I got a new data cable in. I'm gonna be building my computer back up again, which means I'll have 2.5 gigabit per second connectivity. Like I'm gonna be a little bit better off than I was before. The only problem that I have is that I need to get that new computer up, which I'm waiting for my next paycheck for anyway. So like it might take a little bit for that. But yeah, so we've got Orbitt bot here. Um, Let me see something real quick. All right. So we've got the Orbit bot stuff here. So we went to the bot directly to check out the bot, right? Because the bot is one of the main features of Orbit, right? But Orbit has other features too, right? So there's the volume boost, deploy and snipe, boost volume, trade, right? Integrated with all of these different wonderful projects. Organic style volume boosting. Um, Human like trading patterns. A lot of times it's a trading pattern. So I want to talk to the team more on Wednesday about this and see what like is it like an algorithmic trading process? How do they like randomize it so that they make it look like it's a little more natural, right? You can choose preset, fully customizable flexi modes. They have a lot of options here, guys. But this is what you're going to be doing research on, right? This specific area, right? And the documentation, right? What is the white label here? I could have sworn they had a white label tele. Oh, that's cool. So you can actually like use the bot as like a bot for your project with like your own custom branding and stuff. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's actually something that I could see them doing pretty well on for fees and revenue generation and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Or at least getting more fees by people using the platform more. That's kind of like the whole idea that they have. But these guys have a full media kit. These guys have the Orbit token. They break down the Orbit token, so that's something else that you guys can explore. The quiz on Thursday is going to be related to the main page here, right? It's going to be related to the bot, right? So like, just take some time, check out the bot. Don't confirm in Mint unless you have money to confirm in Mint, right? Um, I want to see if I can just cancel this out. Is there any way for me to cancel this out? No, there's no way for me to just cancel this out. All right. Can I just delete? Delete? Yeet! It's out of there. Jay already made memes about me, didn't he? Oh, find yourself. All right. So basically, we're going over the Orbitt platform and bot ferocity. So this is going to be the subject of the thread contest for this week. I'm making sure that we're getting as much information as we can, providing you as many resources as we can as early as possible. Yes, Crib. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Um, but it's going to be the main Orbit page and documentation, right? Main Orbit page, documentation, and the bot interface. When writing the Orbit thread, should it be? Um, as I said before, it's going to be an educational slash informational thread. So yes, it's going to be educational. You're going to be informing people about the platform and inviting people to come and experience it and enjoy it for themselves. As with everything you do when you're creating a thread, right? The typical purpose of the thread is to get people to convert to using or visiting or experiencing the platform. It's to generate enough interest. Yeah, no problem. I didn't get into it very early on, Crib, so like realistically, it's probably only like the last half an hour that I've been speaking about Orbit. I started off with a lot of like the pointers and tips because we have a lot of new members who haven't been able to experience um like the early guild halls where we went over like good writing practices and tips and tricks and stuff. You guys, a lot of you guys who have been here for a while, managed to get the advantage of that, right? So I was trying to like share that with other people so that people can participate a little more this this time around, right? And feel a little more confident with it. And just so you guys know, tag me in your guild showcase posts. Tag me in your guild showcase posts, and just like if you have questions, if you have comments, concerns, anything around these actual like events and contests and stuff, like let me know that you have these questions. Let me know that you have something that you're concerned about. And like let me know. Crib used to tag me every day of the week until the end of the contest in his posts, right? Dev Dev's been in tickets back and forth for months trying to get some sort of help or some sort of idea. Sometimes I'll give him advice, sometimes I'll tell him he has to figure it out for himself because it would be unfair, right? Like realistically, I can't give away everything. You guys should be critically thinking about how you're developing and growing as a content creator. I can't just tell you what to do because, for one, that would be unfair to everybody else, and for two, I want you guys to not need me at some point. Like I love having you guys around, but I don't always want you to have to rely on me as a source for guidance. I want you guys to eventually start to take on your own shape for your own tones and styles and ways of creating content that allows you to become your own content creator, your own individual. All right? This is me setting you up as baby birds to fly the coop. It's not so much that I want you to leave the community. By far, no. I want you guys here. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. All right? But I do want you guys to be able to fly on your own without needing me like showing you the flaps, Like all right. So that's my whole deal with you guys. Like I'm here guiding you. I want to see you soar. And I'm gonna be the pressure. I'm gonna be the guy that pushes your ass out of the nest if you take too long. Okay? And eventually you'll just have to learn how to flap, otherwise you're gonna fall. Right? But yeah. So the quiz on Thursday is going to focus on this main page, right? The information on the main page. There's a lot of information here. You've got the information here. You've got these things. You've got this, right? And then the bot access, right? So I think I went to server 0 or server 1. I don't freaking remember which. But when you go to the bot, right? Yeah, you start the bot and you can explore the bot. Explore the bot. Because I might ask you something about the bot interface on the quiz, okay? And then the documentation. I would focus. I'm not gonna go like super hardcore like I did with that other quiz. I know you guys hated me. Darius did a quiz. Oh my god, no, help. Um I'm not going to murder you guys with the questions, all right? I'm going to try to make it easy enough for you guys to absorb and understand. Um yeah, I know, Crib. All of you guys were like, Taurus, what kind of quiz was that? Why was it so hard? It wasn't that hard. Y'all just didn't study. Damn it. Um, but no. Realistically, I'm not going to make it as difficult, but I'm still going to ask some questions. Like if you go to Token Creator, right? Deployer wallet. What's the deployer wallet? I'm not going to ask you that, right? Um, what's some required token information? I might ask you that, right? Optional token information. I might ask you that. Funds required. How much SOL is required to mint tokens, right? So these are the things that I am going to potentially be asking about. I'm like realistically the bot interface, right? The main page of the website and the token creator page. All right? So I'm going to limit it to that. It's going to be well, I might have to expand that a little bit more. I don't know. Um because realistically, I gotta get 20 questions, guys. 20 questions I have to do, and I need to make sure that they're like questions that you guys have to like actually read about. I don't want you guys to just be like, "Oh yeah, I can guess this based on it being Web3." No, I want you guys to read, okay? Oh, ferocity, that's no good. I hope you're okay. If you don't want to talk about what happened, you don't have to. But like, I hope that you're all right. Jeez, hospital no good. Um, All right, what else am I doing here? So yeah, there's the white label Telegram program. There's the Orbitt token and staking. Like there's a lot of things that you can explore. Token supply. I might ask you what the token supply of Orbitt is, right? I might not ask you the circulating supply. I might not ask you the vested tokens, okay? But I might ask you what the with the Oh, she's a doc. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought she was sick. I was worried. Um, don't mess with me like that, girl. Jeez. Um, but 20 mil total supply, 5 trading platforms. I might ask about that. Um, Orbitt Show. Oh, they have their own Orbitt Show. That's something you guys can also check out. Unlock passive income with Orbitt staking. Um, I might ask something about Orbitt staking. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna provide some links. Okay. I'm going to provide some links. I don't usually do links, but what I will do is I will provide some links for resources for you guys. Okay? So that you guys have the resources for the quiz on Thursday. Because there's going to be 5 winners of 25 USDT for Thursday. All right? Who dashed me? What do you mean? What does that phrase mean? Who dashed me? What did she? What did he like reveal something that you didn't want people to know? Did he dox you? Hold on. Oh, oh shit! Where'd you come from? You ain't supposed to be over here. That's your space over there. Get, get, spider. I don't mind spiders, but stay in your corner of the room. Damn it! You're not welcome over here. All right, guys. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take down a list of what you should be checking out. So we're gonna copy this. We're gonna copy that. Whoa. Okay. Um, we're going to post this. Why are there so many bees outside now too? Jeez. Now I'm all nervous about the bug. Friggin' spiders. I'm not a bug person. I can deal with like snakes. I can deal with reptiles. I can deal with like wild animals and shit, like dogs and cats and deer and all those other big wild animals. Bears. I've been around bears, but spiders, yo, I can't. I don't know what it is. Just spiders fuck me up, man. Um, they're so creepy. Nah. But yeah, so spiders are not my favorite thing in the world. All right, so I'm gonna post this information in a resources thread so that you guys have information on what you will be getting quizzed on Thursday. You guys will be able. Yeah, no, these aren't Spider-Man spiders. These are jumping spiders. They're spiders that are like this big, and they're like they like staring at you and like looking like they're about to leap and shit. Like no, that's all right. You can go away. And of course, it's got to be right by my bed. Damn it. Um, but yeah. Oh fuck no! I don't mess with the Australian ones. I love Australian lizards though. Australian lizards are amazing. Have you ever seen like the big monitor lizards from Australia? I can get down with one of those. I would have one of those as a pet any day. They're like giant puppies. They're scaly puppies. They play fetch. They learn tricks. They play hide and seek with like quail eggs and shit. They're cool as fuck, man. I can get down with all of those. But yeah, so we're gonna be exploring the Orbitt Telegram bot. We're gonna be exploring the documents under token creator, and we're gonna be looking at the Orbitt token and the staking utility. So the main focus of this is the Orbitt 2.0 launch. So of course they want to focus more on the bot. They want to focus more of their platform and what they've launched. So you guys need to focus on this because this is what they want to see questions around for the event on Wednesday. 10 top questions are going to win 25 USDT. You have to be present during the AMA to win. I'm going to, I have a new bot I've been working on. The bot's going to be taking attendance. If you're not there between 3:30 p.m. UTC and 4:30 p.m. UTC, you're not going to be able to get your question entered into the drawing. That's that. Okay? JK, what's up? Whew. All right. So we've been going at this for a while. We'll go over some more information here. I know, Crib. I've been seeing it. Don't worry. I've got easier reviewing them now. I passed I passed the task off. Um, I no, but she's reviewing them for the Zealy submissions. Anything that looks like yeah, I know, bro. Like it's bad. But what I am going to do is if I have and I told a couple people already, if they submit that question, it's going to be failed. All right? These are limited time quests. The chance to submit these questions end tomorrow, okay? So if you don't get them submitted in time, right? What? I'm sorry. I got a message from one of my coworkers. Just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything. But yeah, no, like I told people already, like if you submit that question, you're getting failed. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Um, and I already told Ezia what to look out for, so she's keeping an eye out for really shitty submissions and stuff. Like guys, it takes a few minutes to read over the X. It takes a few minutes to get a really good like a good general idea of what the project is about, right? And ask some simple questions. I'm not asking you to get your like doctorate in fucking orbit, okay? I'm asking you guys to produce general like questions that you genuinely are interested in hearing about. Like reading about Orbit 2.0, like what what could you possibly want to know? How easy is it to create your own token? We literally went over that, right? Like just now, I could have created my token in 5 minutes, right? And honestly, I might create a token just to fuck around and see how it goes, right? I, I'm not gonna be promoting it as some big thing, but I might screw around with it and create a token. I might do it live with you guys at some point just to see how the hell it goes. I'm that type of person. I like to fuck around with things. I like to experiment and experience things. It'd probably be a waste of like 1.5 soul, but it might be fun. And who knows? Maybe I'll make a little money off of sniping my friggin' token when everybody like tries to snipe into it. You know, like who knows? Who knows? But yeah. So like take a few minutes to actually review because I saw some people submitting some questions like oh how does this AI job platform work, right? Yeah, this fucking spider's got me sketched out. um how does this AI jobs platform work? I'm like, when the hell did Orbit become an AI jobs platform? If you submit this question, you're getting failed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to even entertain it. I'm not going to be nice about it. If you're giving me low effort, I'm going to give you low effort. I'm going to tell you get out. Go. Let's see ya. I don't care. All right? Like just do the right thing. Give effort for things that like you want to participate in. If you want to really participate, give some effort. That's it. A minimal effort. Reading one post about the project to see what the project's about, right? That's a 2 minute ask, right? That's all I'm asking from you guys. I'm not expecting. Like I said, I'm not expecting a doctorate in Orbit. Learning about the project, if the project interests you, that's even better. But I'm not expecting you guys to go through their whole tokenomics and white paper. It doesn't hurt because you get to learn about a new project. You get to learn about something that we're exploring, and you get some really good information for your thread writing. But I'm not asking that. I'm just asking that you create genuine, thoughtful questions about the platform and not just some random AI copy pasta. Okay, that's it. All right. So I'm gonna do the drawing at the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to take a snapshot of the voice channel here at 30 on the dot. So those people who want to participate in the drawing for the 10 USDT for today, feel free to be in here at the 30-minute mark. Okay, guys? In the meantime, we're gonna take a minute because this has been almost 2 hours now. it's Honestly, I hope that this has been informative for you guys. I hope that this has helped you guys get a better understanding of like I'm not angry with you, Dev. I'm not angry with you. I'm upset that people try to game the system when I try to provide opportunities for our community, right? Because the more people try to game the system and give low effort and shit like that, the less I have the ability to provide these opportunities for you guys, right? It's not. I'm going and pushing the envelope in a lot of these cases to get rewards, to get events, to get contests going, to get other event hosts in to provide more value to you guys, right? The less participation we have, the less effort we see from these things, the less of a turnout we get, the less likely it is that I'm going to be able to continue these efforts. So that's why I get upset. It's not because like you guys, most of you guys are awesome, right? I'll give that to you. 90% of you guys that come and hang out with me on a daily basis here are amazing, right? And I appreciate all of you guys being the amazing community members that you are. All right, and you all know who you are, and you guys are here almost every day. You guys participate. You guys congratulate your friends on winning. You guys don't get pissed that you guys didn't win. I mean, you guys may get a little upset about the thread contest because you guys are super competitive. Exactly, like you, Jay, like Dev, like Ferocity, like Girly, Stark. We've even got a few people who are here all the time that don't speak. Your study, I see you here all the time. Newbie transaction, I see you here all the time. Pager, you're here when you're available. I know you're busy, brother, and I understand that. Axel Gilberto, Israeli, like friggin' Clover. You guys don't always talk. You guys don't always participate actively, but you guys are here hanging out and listening, right? I can agree with that statement, Umer. Like UA82 has followed me and him have seen each other around since owned, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a year ago plus in my career, right? So I've been seeing Umer around for about a year and a half now, and we see each other in so many different communities. I like he wants to learn some things from me. I want to learn some things from him. We're colleagues in the space, kind of, sort of. You know, um, I think that you guys should learn from the people around you that put in the effort that they do. Like if you look at Crib, you look at Virion, you look at Gurley, you look at Stark, you look at all these people that are pushing to become better day in and day out, putting themselves in uncomfortable situations like streaming or video creation or any number of other things that they're not used to doing. They're trying to expand and they're trying to grow and they're putting effort into it. And that's all I want from you guys, just a little bit of effort. And if you guys give that little bit of effort and you guys see that even though you may not succeed, putting in that effort wasn't all that bad, right? You guys will be able to grow so much more because you won't be afraid to put in the effort next time. Emmy, Emmy, you're always here, brother. You are, and I appreciate you. And honestly, as much shit as I give you about being the unlucky son right now because you haven't been blessed by art and Jesus in a while, I appreciate you, and I think that you guys are. You know I love you, brother. I gotta pick on you a little bit. You're always here still, and even though you may not win, I hope that you get some value out of this community still. All right. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do for all of you. I'm here for you. I'm a resource. Utilize me. Okay. Don't just sit there and tag me to find out about a quest, or just don't just tag me to find about when the next giveaway is. Right. And how many of you tag me and ask me to check something out real quick? Sometimes I have the time to do it. Sometimes I don't. Stark, you're one of the guys who's asked me in the past, and like I couldn't do it right away. But then when I did have the chance to do it, I went through all of your threads and I gave you clear, consistent feedback on each and every one of them. Right? Like I try to do my best to give at least that much attention to you guys, but it's hard. It's hard because I have a lot of you, and I'm kind of managing the whole Discord by myself. I have Easy helping out quite a bit now, um, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm at capacity, so I have to start giving tasks off to somebody else before I just can't maintain anymore. So I'm trying to do better with that so that I can do better for you individually. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. Ultimately, I'm not just here for CJN. I'm not just here for IBC. I'm the community manager. I'm the guy that's here for you. I'm the guy that is accessible to you. If you guys need something, if you guys need help, if I mean, I have people come into the tickets and ask me about random shit about Web3. And if I can help you, I will because I want to see you succeed and be safe and be able to experience Web3 and the amazing innovations of the technology that we have coming to us in a safe and secure way. Okay? What does that mean, Dev? I have no idea. Abasi Odiong Fee? What is that? Did I say it right? No, I probably didn't say it right. I like learning about your cultures too, guys. Like I'm a culture buff. When I was growing up, I loved learning about like ancient Egyptian culture, ancient Greek culture, like his historical culture. Yeah, I I understand some things. I don't understand all of them, bro. I try. All right, I'm gonna be taking a snapshot now, guys. So we're gonna be doing the snapshot here in just a second. If you're not in yet, get in. Get in now. Get in now. Get in now. We're at 76 for the audience. I'm about to take the snapshot. If you miss this, you lose out. So I'm gonna give it a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna go. If it stays at 76, it stays at 76. Once that one clicks over, I'm running it. Up, there you go, Karina. See, this is why I always give an extra second, because Karina's always late as fuck. 78. Some of you guys are always late as fuck. Jeez. 78, 78. It's the 1 minute's about to come over. 1 minute's about to come over, and that's it. 79. We're at 79. And I am taking the screen, the snapshot right now, and then we will do a duck race. Actually, I don't know if I want to do a duck race because I can't call out the numbers, guys. What am I supposed to do? 1117, 1118, 1119. Who's gonna take it? And then this guy takes it, and then I have to go and look up the name. It looks like it's blah blah blah. Like it feels weird doing it like that. Whereas like this wheel spin for all these names. I know you were on Twitter, Karina. That's why I give you an extra second to get in here. All right. Oh, thank you, Dev. I appreciate you, brother. Um, give me 1 second. Let me get the information here for all the users off of the snapshot, and then we will do the draw. Where to go? Engage. I think I'm gonna start the engage channel back up just so that you guys can get registered, and then if I have all the usernames registered, then I can just call out the names easier. Right now, the list isn't complete because most of the people that are being snapshotted aren't part of the user list on on Engage. You know what? Actually, no, because I'm gonna be able to take a snapshot. I have a custom bot that I've been working on, right? And I started working on it at one point where oh shit. Okay, guys, I gotta take the snapshot again. I gotta take the snapshot again. Make sure you guys are still here. Please come back. Whoever left, I'm missing one. I need to take the snapshot again because I goofed. I forgot to wipe the XP points from the last one. I wiped the leaderboard. You're definitely crazy. You guys are funny, man. All right. I'm missing one of you. I'm taking the snapshot again. I'm missing one of you. Get back in here. 78 out of 79. I know there were 79 of you. Please come back. Whoever is missing. I'll give you like 30 seconds. There we go. 79. All right. I'm going to take the snapshot again here real quick. Hold on. Voice, snapshot, channel. Those who might have missed out before can try to slide in now, but that's fine. Type, points. All right. This system is going to be gotten rid of soon. Just letting you guys know. I hate having to use this system. All right. I'm about to take the snapshot now. Ready? 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 And go. You use GPT for that, bro. The problem is every time I've tried using GPT for that, like lately, it's been bugging out. It's been giving me like where I have 79 on the audience, it'll give me like 76 people. What? Oh, visual search? Really? Through like what? Google Lens or something? You know what I do? I take the voice snapshot, right? And then I come over here. Where to go? Then I come over here, right? I can clear this one out, right? And then I go over here and I do user list. And it prints me out a list, right? The only problem is, why? Why? I cleared the leaderboard. Come on. All right, let's see. Let's see, Soulmint. Let's see if this works. Oh shit, really? So how did you do it? Oh, you're using phone though, right? I'm on PC. I'm down to learn something new. Let's see. Right? Where so what now how do I do this for visual search? Audience, right? We're going to go desktop and I'll save it there. Now let's see how to visual search. I got to figure that out. MS Edge. Okay, Edge. Let's open Edge up, right? Dismiss. Search. Ah, what? Get out of here. Visual search. You said right? How do I get to no? How do I get to visual search? Visual search. Bing visual search. Okay, right? Now I got to drag an image over there. We're learning another way to do something together today. I'm learning something today with you guys. How's that? Um, so we're gonna go and we're gonna take this. We're gonna drag this into there, right? There we go. Text. See, like it misses some of them, right? Remove the extra thing. The extra things only names text. Um, yeah, it's still like showing. Well, it's 81 now, but since I'm trying to figure this out, I can include. Oh, it's 83 now. What the hell? Everybody's showing up now. Uh, 83. All right. Why did it not go? What the fuck? All right. We'll just keep being. There we go. Save as PNG. Audience. Save. Yes. Replace it. Copilot. Layers. No. Oh, there's some cool shit here now with with that. Okay. Um, browse, desktop, audience. So see, like it's not highlighting some of the names here, which is a problem to me. And this is the same issue that I've been having with ChatGPT. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, let's try that. Hey, Arshmallow, what's up, buddy? I'm trying something new with you guys today. Let's go. Files, save. Oh shit. Okay, save, save. Yes. Okay. We're gonna close this off. We're gonna browse. We're gonna go back to audience, and we're gonna do text, right? Yeah, it's still cutting off dev and uh axe, Oma, warrior. So yeah, like there's still some people that are getting cut off from this, but it does make it a little bit easier, right? Like I can do this, and then I can do dev axe. I think that's axe anyway, right? Let me just double check and verify. Axe, yep. Dev axe, Hussein, Lizzie, warrior, Oma. Hussein, Lizzie, warrior, or no, water, Oma. All right. Should have a total of 83 here now, right? So, or 82, sorry. Total of 82, right? So let's go over to, let's go over, shit, I hit the wrong button. It's going to open up my game. Um, damn it. All right. Duck race. Let's go to ducks. Let's go to race timers. Oh, shit. Duck race. I already had ducks up. Names, edit list. So we should have 82. We have 82. Okay, that works. It's still a huge pain in the ass, but it works. See now, I have another thing. I built a bot that's going to take screenshots of the attendance for the whole thing. And I'm going to give people who've spent more than, like 10 or 15 minutes in, maybe I'll do a half an hour. Because if you're only hanging out for 15 minutes, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're participating. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I've got 82. Yes, exactly. Like, but the problem was that I didn't clear it properly. So like when I do voice snapshot, right? I think I cleared it already. Let me double check here. I'm gonna show you. So yeah, wipe XP points. Oh, it's not letting me do it because I'm not on my admin account. Hold on. Wipe XP leaderboard. Confirm. Successfully wiped. Wipe XP points. Confirm. Bang. There we go. That was the problem that I was having. Okay. So now we're going to go back here. We're going to do the voice snapshot. This is just an example. I'm not using this. I'm using the list that I already have. But CJF stage, we're going to do rewards 1, right? And then we're going to do type and points, right? And I give yeah, and then that's it. And then what it does is it generates the whole list of the people that are here, right? And then it the problem is that if it's not a registered user already in Engage, then the user list prints out weird, right? So it's gonna go type points, enter, right? Generates for the 354 users that are in the database already, and then spreadsheet, right? And now I have a list of the 80 people that participated, right? Plus me and a couple other people like JK who's a mod. So she usually isn't included in the giveaway, sadly enough. I'd like to include the mods more in the giveaways, but you guys would rage. Um, so, but the other day when I ended up managing to create a bot that actually monitors who joins and leaves the voice channel. Yes, you guys should be posting your trades today. You should have already exited your trades, Dev. So if you haven't exited your trades already, please exit your trades. And we're gonna start the duck race real quick. We're gonna do the givey, right? And then we're gonna be done. Because I got a couple other things I gotta work on for. I might do the post roast tomorrow. I need to talk to Maddox about that so that we can get those rolling and make sure that we have our winners chosen. It's been a rough few days with everything going on. So um, it's been a rough weekend, especially with that bot. I spent 7 hours working on the damn thing last night, and I'm just kind of frustrated with it already. But it works now. Oh, fucking A. All right, let's get over here to the duck race. Where's the duck race? Where did I put it? There we go. Duck race. We've got our 82 names. Um, as much as I hate myself for doing this, what? Oh, you troll. Yeah, had me clicking it like it was actually something. What the fuck? It's an image. It's an image. Jeez. But yeah, so we're gonna do the duck race real quick. I'm doing. I don't want to do the duck race of death, but we'll do the duck race of death because I haven't done it for you in forever. Okay. Oh shit. No, we're not doing duck race of death with 53 seconds. There's no way in hell. We're gonna do 2 seconds though because we got 82 people here, and this is gonna take a while. It messed me up too. That's so trolly. What's duck race of river? The duck race is already on the river. All right, you know what? You guys choose death or life. One or two. Fuck it. All right, guys, you got 3 minutes to choose. So react to that. One or two. Duck race of death. Duck race of life. Whichever gets the most votes by the 50 mark is going to take it. Life works for me. I was thinking about doing death anyway today. Um, it's up to you guys ultimately. I'll do death today because I haven't done the duck race of death in a while, and I death or life. Oh, death of life. I can spiel. I can spiel. All right. So death or life. Yeah, yeah, death or life. Nadia, thank you for pointing that out. Um, So we're kind of even. We've got 78 people in the audience. We've got like 13 people that have voted. I'm gonna take my vote off of death because I like life. um, but yeah, guys, vote, vote. You've got 2 minutes to vote left. If you look at my screen, when this hits 50, I'm going. Oh wait, actually, you guys can't see it because of my thing. Never mind. So 2 more minutes. Whichever one takes it is whichever one's going. So stop scrolling the chat, damn it. Make sure you guys are voting. Death or life. I'm gonna delete some of these so that people can see what's going on here. Damn it. Thank you, Nadia. Vote, guys. Vote. 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 Keep voting. I'm just deleting some of these messages so that people can take some time to vote. Death or life, one or two. You want to hear me exhaust myself and kill my voice, or do you want to see the first three winners take it? Do you want it to be the first three ducks to win, or do you want it to be the last three ducks to win? So choose duck race of death or duck race of life. We've got 21 votes here. We've got 78 people in the audience. Guys, vote. You got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. It can literally go either way, guys. It can literally go one or the other. All you guys got to do is vote. Like, if 10 of you voted for one, I would be screwed and have to do Duck Race of Life. If 5 more of you voted for two, then I would be happy and we could do Duck Race of Life. Well, if 10 of you voted for one, then I would have to do Duck Race of Death and I would be screwed. I would be happy with Duck Race of Life. And yeah. But yeah. What are you guys trying to spell out death? This is going to be interesting. Soulmate, you're so slow. Oh. How'd you misspell death, bro? All right. So it looks like Duck Race of Life takes it. So it's going to be the first three ducks to win. So Duck Race of Death is a little different, right? And for those of you who don't know what Duck Race of Death is, it's something that Maddox came up with a while ago. I don't even know if it was Maddox. It might have been something he learned from somebody else too. But it's something that's become a thing, right? Duck Race of Death is where the last three ducks win. So everybody up to the last three ducks are eliminated until the last three ducks. And Duck Race of Life is, of course, the first three ducks. So whoever comes in first, second, and third wins. Um, so we're going to do Duck Race of Life. So I'm going to reset this. We're going to do 1 minute. And we're going to set it. And I'm going to share the screen so you guys can hear the quacks. You got to remember, you guys got to quack for your ducks. If you don't quack for your ducks will not win. Okay? Yeah, get out of here, Israel. Nice try, brother. Ready, steady, and whack! Let's go! Let's see who's going to take the first of the 10 USDT winnings for today. Hussein starting off with a heavy lead, but you know where that usually lands you? In the rear by the end of it. Karina's pushing forward. Mishanya, Mamarmask. I see some names that I have not seen before. Welcome into all our new friends who are participating today. We do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, typically. This week is going to be a little different. This week we have Orbitt Week, where we're featuring the top 10 AMA questions on Wednesday, where the top 10 questions chosen by the Orbitt team and the CJN Friends staff will be winning 25 USDT. Thursday will be a quiz instead of our typical Rumble bots. Tuesday will be a break. I might do some post roast tomorrow, though. And let's see who's going to take the first win. Oh, shit! It looks like Solomon takes the first one. What the fuck, bro? Like, isn't this like your first event here, bro? And you take the first win? Like, what is that? It's rigged. Rigged. It's rigged. Congrats, Solomon. Remember, anybody who wins is going to have to open a ticket and create a ticket with their BEP20 USDT wallet address. Okay? Next one up. Let's go. Who's going to take the second 10 USDT prize for today? Ready, steady, and quack. Let's go. Remember to quack for your ducks, damn it. All right. So, like I was saying, this week is going to be a little different. We're going to have 10 prizes for 25 USDT for the best AMA questions. Posting deadlines for that is tomorrow. It is in the events updates. It is in the quest updates. Make sure that you are posting those questions. We will be reviewing. Oh, bullshit. You've never won, Dev. Get out of here. You've won. You've won plenty of times. Um, yeah, we typically do prizes. um, but yeah, so Thursday is going to be the quiz. Usually we do Gardic Bots on Thursdays or To the Moon. This week those events were pushed in favor of the Orbitt Partner Push, the Orbitt Project Week. So that's going to be a quiz day. We're going to have 20 questions based on the Orbitt bot and the Orbitt platform. The top 5 scorers will win 25 USDT. Friday, we will be having the stage. And it looks like it's Ian Knight. Ian Knight. How the fuck did you win again, bro? It's not fair. I'm going to have to exclude you, bro. Like, So we've got Solman and Ian Knight so far. We're going to start the last race up for the day. Ready, steady, and quack! Let's go! Quack for your ducks. You know why he won? He wins all the time. He wins because he quacks for his ducks. Quack for your ducks, people. Quack! Let's go! Quack, 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 quack. Right? Come on. But yeah. So Friday is typically we run our X spaces where it's a friend space. You're not on exile, Dev. It's just sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. It's all RNG, brother. But yeah, so that's our X space. It's the friends safe space. This is where you get to come up on the stage or on the space as a speaker or a co-host and potentially experience speaking publicly in front of people on a space on X. These are great ways to get user engagement. These are great ways to get new followers. These are great ways to give your takes and have people enjoy them live verbally, audially. Like so and that helps people connect really well. You're in there, bro. I added your name in there manually myself, so I know you're in there. But yeah, oh shit! It's Jay! Congratulations, Jay! It's been forever! Damn, bro! Wait, please tell me it's only the one J. Because if there's more than one J, I'm gonna be upset. Um, wait. Okay, good. Because I saw the other J was online, and there's a few J's, but the only J that was in here was that J, and I know which J that is. So, congratulations, Jay, on the winnings, brother. All right. So we've got our three winners. We've gone through the events for this week. We're going to have the thread contest that is going to be due on Sunday. This is going to be five winners, $25 for the first prize, all the way down to $5 for the last, right? There's going to be five winners, 25, 20, 15, 10, and $5, right? And there will be a matched prize for the top five picks from the Orbitt team. So the Orbitt team will be reviewing these as well. And the top five picks from them will also win 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5. So there's two. I'm not going to be sharing which ones I choose, okay? So you're going to have the chance to win the $25 from my rigorous, excessive OCD rating system, right? And then you're also going to be able to win the preference based prizes matched from the Orbit team for the threads. So we've got a lot of giveaways for this week. We've got a lot of events. Tomorrow is a break day before the big event. I may do the post roast tomorrow instead. We've only got 9 submissions for the graphics for this last contest, so I'm gonna end up doing that with you guys, I think, and it'll give us a chance to go over some stuff for an hour, and have a little bit of fun with it. Yeah, Dev, you always win, bro. You always win because you always get a bunch of knowledge off of me. You always manage to dig as much information out of me as you possibly can. Yeah, you mine me for as much info as you can get. Okay, and Jay, Jay, he's won contests before, bro. He's won contests before. Which links? The links for Orbitt? I can actually add those now. Role or permissions manager. I'll drop them in here so that you guys have access to it real quick, and then I will pass. I will add that to a major announcement later, rather than where's good night? There we go. 194,676. There we go. So we're gonna have yeah. I know, bro. Don't tease him too much. Poor guy. So wait. Oh, that's because I didn't do the link community. Never mind. There we go. All right, so you've got the Orbit Pro site, you've got the documentation, and then you also should check out the Orbit Telegram bot. Okay, that's the information that you need for this contest and the quiz. So make sure that you guys are checking it out. Make sure that you guys are studying up. Make sure that you guys are holy fuck. There's 265 questions. You guys are insane. All right. Um, that is crazy. So make sure that you. This is gonna be a huge event on Wednesday, guys. Just be ready. I have to sort through all of these. Oh, the recorded link too. Yeah, the recorded. Bro, just go on my YouTube page and hit subscribe. If you go to my YouTube page and hit subscribe, when I have new videos that get uploaded, right? You'll get a notification when I have new links and stuff pop up. So just click on my profile, right? If you go to my profile, right? There we go. If you go to my profile and you click my face, I have all of my links right here. I've got my X, my Steam. You can see what games I like. You can see my Twitch. You can see my YouTube. I have all of this information right here for you guys. Okay, and the YouTube is the main one that you need, or the X. Why are you gay? Um. Oh God, that's the first thing that came to mind was the soundboard. Why are you gay? Um. Oh, I gotta have some fun, right? Like, come on, come on, guys. We're all here to have some fun. We can't take everything super serious. But who is gay? Why are you gay? Um, no, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll swing that way. Who knows? Um, but yeah. So, guys, I appreciate all of you. This has been a fun time. It's a kitty. But so the trading competition has ended. I'm going to gather as much. I'm going to try to figure out. Maybe you guys can screen record your trades, like your history. Just hit screen recording and like just scroll. I guess. Because realistically, you're not going to be able to export them because it's locked behind a premium feature. Caesar would like to give you guys some feedback on your trades. So at least post the chart of your trades with the best view you possibly can and your profit and loss. And that should be it. Um, today. Today into tomorrow. The deadline is still what the deadline is. I hate that friggin' thing, Soulman. Ugh. Ugh. Speaking of which, where's Mr. Spider? Damn it. I don't know where he went. Um, what do you mean you haven't heard your name, Tajani? Because you didn't win, bro. You didn't win today. Um, where are we at? Hold on one second, guys. Where is it? Where is it? What was I looking for here? Today or tomorrow? Yes, I was looking for the event announcement. You guys got me scattered. So the event announcement. Da, 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 da. Let's see. We've got, yes, trades ended today at 12 p.m. So all of you guys should have exited your trades already, right? And then you need your profit loss and your history screenshot submitted by midnight tonight. So it's a 12-hour window. I'm going to extend that to tomorrow at 12. So it's going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. I want you guys to submit this by because it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Um, I don't want you guys to have to rush. All right. I want you guys to be able to provide as much information as you can so that we can review them and provide as much feedback as we can. Okay? We provided some resources for them. We provided some learning for trend analysis and technical charting. So yeah, I want I hope it's tomorrow for you, Emmy, for real. Um, So yeah, I want you guys to learn and be able to trade a little more sustainably, you know? And that's what we're trying to do. Everything here is based on learning and growing and potentially earning together. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I love that you guys I know Emmy. Well, then you lost, buddy, because trades have to be exited by today. The trades should have been exited already, technically. The only difference is that I'm giving you guys time to upload the images so you're not rushing, okay? So, like, you guys should be done with your trades already. You guys should be exited. You should have no running trades, no open positions, okay? So, all of your positions should be closed, and you should be working on uploading your history, your profit and loss, and your chart. Yeah, you should have exited an hour ago. Um, uh, but it's okay. You're at a loss anyway. So it's not much better than it would have been, right? Yeah, I know. But so Caesar wants to try to provide some information on these trades. Even though we're not having to the moon, I'm gonna send him the data once I get all the data from you guys, okay? And then from there, what we can do is we can work on getting some sort of like feedback system going. Trading Guild is new. Trading Guild isn't like Writers Guild. A lot of what Writers Guild has already been situated. I've done trials and errors. I've done A/B testing on some of this shit, and like I know what works so far and what hasn't. And even then, still, we're having some times where some of the things that we do, like the streaming event, are not super successful. Where like some of the things that we do, like some of the graphics events, are not super successful. And you know what? That happens because usually communities are difficult, right? That's not going to count, Dev. If you're still running your trades, it's not going to count. It's only going to count up to an hour ago. Why do you guys have such an issue following directions? Jeez. I have it posted here. I had the cutoff posted, guys. I had the cutoff posted. Clearly, plainly, in English. Very well designed and very well laid out. don't prey on my good intentions. That's cheap. That's a cheap blow. That's a low blow. That's a cheap shot. That's not fair. All right. So, nah, bullshit. Bullshit. He's a dev. He only understands friggin' Python and Jython and shit like that. All right. So if user not end trade, user not count trade. How's that one? Else user end trade, then user trade count. Fuck. All right, but yeah, guys. All right, so we're going to end the live now. For those of you that have hung out and watched and enjoyed what we do here, we try to do it a little looser. We try to have some fun. We still try to learn and enjoy. We still try to reward our community members and have a good time with everything. I'm here Monday through Friday typically. I'm here on the weekends. I don't ever stop working, so I'm usually accessible. If I don't answer you right away, give me a little bit. I'm one person, okay, guys? But I'm here. Come hang out. Come be a friend. www.discord.gg/CJ and friends. I look forward to having you guys here. I look forward to helping you guys learn and grow and exceed your expectations because we can always do better. And sometimes all we need is the push from somebody else to show us that we can do better because otherwise we will never take that first step in pushing forward. So I'm here for you guys. And I But yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one. We might be back tomorrow with the post roast instead of Wednesday because Wednesday is the big event with Orbit. And then of course, like I said, we've got the quiz, we've got the live spaces, and then we've got the thread leading up to Sunday. So I'll see you guys later. I will tune in again on Wednesday for sure, and we'll have another recording going with another giveaway and another chance for you guys to potentially earn. Um, Thanks guys for